Some of it you gon' like, some of it you ain't. Tired of hearing fools complaining in barber chairs and beauty shops.
This is Truf Bros Radio.
What?
You opening up doors for these bitches? What you trying to send a message to your fucking ex?
I ain't sending no message to nobody,
What the fuck
Sting.
is you talking about?
This my song.
No.
It come from the heart.
Yeah, no. Fuck is you crying for?
This was our song.
We good. What you trying to let them know it's trouble in paradise?
This our
We
song.
good.
This our song.
We good.
It come from the... Been a long time coming.
Tell them that we good.
I really want to... We good, y'all. We good. We good. We good.
Yeah, you happy, right? Smile.
I'm happy. We good.
All right, then.
We good.
Yeah.
No trouble over here.
If you're not listening to the Truf Brothers, then the truth ain't in you.
How that work in your world?
Truf Brothers. Truf Brothers TV. Hello, everybody. Welcome to a trouble-free edition of Truf Brothers.
We good over here.
I'm Ray.
And I'm Devon.
And there's no trouble here. Not a lick. Woo!
That sizzle in your spirit.
Ooh, how you doing, sir?
I'm all right, man. How you feeling out here?
Boy, oh boy. Boy, welcome. We got an interesting show for y'all. And I guess that little squelch right there tells you all about it.
You ready to get in?
Cool versus lame. Don't matter how many tattoos you got.
Because you can get slapped.
He's gangster, y'all.
Oh, yeah. You was tatted to pieces. We good over here.
He's gangster.
Leaving the door open for these bitches? Is that what you're doing? Yeah. Talk about it. Let that sizzle in your spirit, son.
Hey, welcome. Tune on in. Feel free to make your comments. All comments are welcome. We'll be giving you guys a link in a minute. If you feel like you want to come on and say how you feel about this Future and Russell business, you can get right on in there. Hey, how you doing?
Hey, Laura Lai, out here riding around.
There's no trouble here, Laura Lai. No trouble.
Don't you bring that trouble in here. We're choosing to stay away from such things. But yes, everybody, please, we letting everybody get their chance to load, to come on in before we really get deep into the topic. So everybody go ahead, get yourself together, get ready to get tuned in.
Holla at us.
Yeah.
Hey, man, how was your week first?
Week was up and down, man. Week was kind of up and down. Lost a good friend of our entire family. So condolences out to Pastor D.L. Jackson. Definitely got to send out, say what's up to him. And my brother had his surgery on his knee today. So yeah, it was just an up and down week. Okay, all right. What's up with you, man? How was your week there?
I got you, man. My week has been steady and good. I'm excited. I'm excited because next week, we've got world-renowned epidemiologist Dr. Deborah Furhold, and she's going to be our first guest on Truf Brothers TV. This is important, y'all. Bring your questions, bring your comments, bring everything to the table. We're going to be talking about COVID, vaccines, medical stuff. We're going to get real science-like up in here. We're going to have a good time.
Yeah, should be an absolutely wonderful show. I did put the poll into Speaking Truth.
I saw that.
A lot of people took that poll, And, a lot of people have reasons on why they would and would not take it, or if they've already taken, or if they're undecided. So it should really, really be a great show. Can't wait till everybody gets in, and we gonna.
Matter of fact, let me clear something up right away. Sister is not going to come on the show to give you a gigantic sales pitch about the vaccine. This is Truf Brothers TV. We're going to talk strictly facts. We're going to put all information out there on the table, and then whatever choices you decide to make is totally your choice.
Gratitude. Thank you. Praying for the little bro. Yeah, he'll be fine. She say, no trouble for me. I hear you. No trouble, Lorelai.
Yeah, because let me ask you this, man. Have we reached this point in life where we're going to have battered spouse shelters for men?
You know what? I think it's coming. I think it's coming. We're gonna and shout out to them about today's topic. But I think it's coming. We're on our way to seeing that. Hey, Carmen.
Hey, Carmen, how you doing?
But the battle wife thing is coming. But again, for those who are tuning in and everybody's coming in and enjoying the joint, we will be discussing that topic of Russell versus Future. The cool versus the quote unquote lame. Yeah, got to do the quote unquote because he's not lame.
Right. And again, we're not saying whatever we're talking about, we're not saying specifically about these two gentlemen. These two gentlemen represent two different stereotypes, and they just Team Russell and Team Future just represents the perception that these two dudes supposedly give off. So that's what we're gonna be getting into. But you actually think that there's gonna be battered shelters for dudes, huh?
I mean, as long as there's domestic violence, there's always gonna be that. So I would say
Really? Because there's not none now. There's no place for a battered dude to go.
They do. Hey, Diva, what's going on? There are. They just don't necessarily. They don't necessarily promote them like that. But there are. They're not exactly shelters, but they do put them. Hey man, what happened, man? She got a little heavy-handed this weekend, and things got real. So I ran. So that will be considered what they call a
smile. Yeah. Tell them you happy.
We happy over here, y'all. No problem.
But
I never have problems.
Matter of fact, it's funny. The dude is tatted up like Future, but supposedly he battered like people think that Russell must be.
Let that sizzle in your spirit. But in order to get a better idea of what we're talking about, ladies and gentlemen out here watching the show, we got a little clip for y'all to give y'all a quick rundown of what we're saying. So, producer Tony, if you get a chance, could you run that beautiful beam footage for us so we can let everybody know what the topic should be about to this
Here we
evening?
go.
No one has had a better glow up than Sierra and Russell Wilson. Prior to the couple getting married, Sierra dated and had a child with rapper Future, and according to sources, Russell Wilson had a very troubled relationship with his wife Ashton, who was said to be very vulgar and mean to Wilson. She also reportedly cheated on Wilson with then teammate Golden Tate. Disrespect. Then things changed when Russell Wilson and Sierra started dating each other. The two became the talk of the town and were unofficially named the first family of football. Ashton has been long forgotten by sports fans, except for this moment. You can never forget a face like that. Future, on the other hand, has been showing just how much he misses his ex by using his camera time to talk about Russell and Sierra's relationship.
He do exactly what she tell him to do. Feel like I don't have no feelings for her. I feel like, goddamn, it ain't no feelings.
Do you feel like go too far though?
I feel like he getting caught up in.
With your son, do you feel like the nigga go to?
He not being a man in that position. Like, he not being a man at that point.
Future went on to say this about Russell Wilson and him being a man. He not telling her, chill out with that on the internet. Don't even talk to him. I'm your husband. You better not even bring Future's name up. If that was me, she couldn't even bring his name up. She know that. She couldn't even bring her ex's names up. I don't know what they gave you. Don't give that shit no energy.
Alrighty then. Now, the stages have been set. I think I want to step out right now and clear something up in from my perception. The whole thing about Russell's first girl talking vulgar and disrespectful to him. He's a high-profile football player. The man didn't want to go out like Ray Rice, so he said, "I don't need it," and stepped off. Took the high road. I don't see nothing wrong with that. I thought it was kind of framed up like he was supposed to give her a left, right, left, and why do that? The best thing I can do to hurt you is leave you alone and go be great.
Yeah, depends on but the thing is that's best for you. It's not best for that person. In the case of with Russell's ex-girlfriend, it didn't pan out that way for her, more or less. Because she didn't get the life that I assumed that she thought she was going to inherit once Russell became an NFL player.
Sure.
So I think that for that reason alone, why she didn't. What's going on, Tabby?
All right.
I don't think that it actually helped her cause at all. So that being the case, you have a situation, right, where a guy such as a Russell Wilson. Now, we're all speaking on this from the outside looking in because nobody knows what they are behind closed doors or what their relationship consists of. So what we're going to do is we're going to judge it off what we can see. What we can see, and this goes for Future as well, because I don't know Future. I just know what the image and everybody puts about Russell, about Future rather. So Future has a bad rep as far as how he entertains and interacts with women. Future has multiple baby mothers. Future has multiple children by said baby mothers. I guess that will make them baby mothers. And Future is portrayed to be a non-existent father, for lack of a better word.
Okay.
Russell Wilson image gives you the guy, I don't want to say boy next door. He gives you the good neighbor guy next door image. He has his wife. He's taking in a kid that was brought into a marriage. He shows the kid the ropes. He's treating the kid like it's his own. So that if you stand those two up by each other just off the perception alone, Future's gonna look like a villain. I wouldn't necessarily, like I said, with the perception of that, I wouldn't necessarily say that Future's a villain. I would say it was one of them things where it's people are gonna pick who they like the most. The problem comes with the people who decide to pick Future, and the people who like Russell don't understand why those people pick Future. Nobody understands why you picking this guy. Why do you like him over him? And like nobody gets it, but it's obviously now and women and those who are listening, the ones who do pick Future, those women are perceived to be rats, runners, busters, hoes, whatever. If they just say, "Hey man, I like Future. I don't like that. I don't like a dude who don't give me the put 'em ups." Like you got people who don't. Russell doesn't give off to some people. Russell doesn't give the put 'em up mentality to people like Future does.
I kind of agree with CC. What makes him look like a villain is him constantly running his mouth. I kind of tend to agree with that because on that radio interview, I don't quite understand where he was coming from about Russell. That if someone can clear that one up for me, because I didn't get that, man. The man is raising your kid, sir, and you're not exactly being overly accessible to your child. So, I mean, you can always just take the L and move on. But I don't know, like, why are you always speaking on them? Like,
well, I think, see, in the beginning, because there was a quote from Russell Wilson, where Russell Wilson did say about his wife stressing over the child support while she was married to Russell, about him not contributing financially to the child or whatever. And then Russell took it a step further and was like, look, man, obviously that man need his little money. We don't need it. We good for generations. So obviously he can't pay it because he don't need it. I mean, because he can't pay it because he really needs it. So I told my wife, don't worry about it. Here's the problem. And I'm devil's advocate.
Do you think that's a diss? Do you think that's a diss?
Devil's advocate. I'm going to say, and CC got something coming up. I'm going to say that it's not necessarily that it's a diss. It's a sneak shot. It is a sneak shot. Let's be fair. It makes him seem angry. It does.
Who does it make seem angry?
Future? He's saying that by Future continuously speaking on Sierra, it makes him seem angry. So
sure.
With what Russell said, that was. But here's the thing: if I was Russell Wilson, I would have said the exact same thing if I was in his position.
That's where I was about to go. I would have said the exact same thing. Hey, if the man can't pay it, he can't pay it. Matter of fact, go do you. You're good. You don't need to be around here anyway. So I think you cool. Go take care of your life. We got this.
But he didn't. But the thing is, you threw in the fact. Well, shit. Obviously, he needs the money because he can't pay it. So he's basically saying, like, yeah, man, you kind of broke. Now, don't get me wrong. It's still a shot. I'm not saying it's a shot like Future did, but you did throw your little stone in there too. So everybody's hands.
But I mean, I think what he was saying. I don't think he was saying like, you broke. I think he's saying obviously you need it because you won't stand up and just handle what you're supposed to handle. Child support, and that's your child. That is your responsibility. But if you can't do it, don't worry about it because everything's all fine here.
Right, because he told the man, he told him basically keep your coin.
Keep your little coin. Don't worry about it. Be good.
So here's the problem though. When we was talking about exactly when I was going to get into my point of he like I said, he did take the stress of the baby mama and the Sierra situation off of his back. He did do that because as the husband, that's what you're supposed. Hey, why are you stressing that dude for his little money when we're good for generations over here? We don't need that.
Exactly.
So we don't
exactly.
Why are you stressing him? If he don't do it, I am. I get all of that, right? So my thing is, Sierra knowing this, you don't think that she kind of involved that man in that circle though? Not Future. I mean, not Russell, but she kind of like stirred the pot a little bit to that because I
don't think she stirred the pot. I think she was saying, hey, this is your son. I would expect you to take responsibility. And she's upset because he won't take responsibility because she's saying Russell doesn't have to do this. This is your responsibility. And Russell's saying, I did what you're saying. Don't sweat that. We good. Don't worry about him. So stop stressing about him.
Let me ask you this. I hear what you're saying, and I'm not going to take away from what you're saying. But let me ask you this. Do you think that Russell has told, like before they like, do you think she knows that they good without Future money?
Sure. But like I say, I think it's principle.
So it could be.
I think it's principle.
About at certain points, baby mamas and baby daddies, because I'm going there. I'm not going to speak on husbands and wives. I'm going baby mamas and baby daddies do have a way of keeping drama alive if they want to, knowing that they can just say it ain't even worth it. Sierra has the ability to say, this man got multiple kids before he even met me, and to go back and forth with this man, knowing that I'm married, I'm happy, I'm good, I'm this, I'm that, my kids are well taken care of. Like, it ain't even worth going through the hassle of this. It ain't even worth it. Why? So now, that's why I said it's about bringing unnecessary drama.
Sure, but I think that at the time they're going through that, she's arguing with him because she like, hey, don't you want to see your son? Don't you want to step up and do what you're supposed to do? I understand the conversation. That don't mean that she wants to start drama. She's having a conversation with this dude, like, hey, aren't you even interested in doing your part? And Russell is saying, hey, you know what? Don't worry about it. He don't have to do shit. We got this. Let him be. Let him be. But I think that what she did was rather appropriate, seeing how them two are in that situation, and then Russell just cut it off at the pass and say, don't worry about it. We good. Me, myself, I would have taken Russell's position just because I don't need that drama around my house. I don't need him around my house at all. I don't need him nowhere near here. I don't even want to interact with the dude. Because if I interact with the dude, if you think Russell Wilson, it plays in the NFL. If you think Russell Wilson ain't strong and tough, you're mistaken. And he's probably like, look, I don't even want a situation to where I might have to put this dude in the dirt. One is bad press. It feeds into a narrative. It's better off. The best thing you could do is success is the best revenge. Let him go. Leave him alone.
And that's what I was saying about when I was saying about the Sierra situation. Like, don't get me wrong, I totally agree with what you're saying. I'm not disagreeing with you at all, because I agree with you. But I'm just to throw that little twist out there for everyone that can actually, maybe it may be somebody out there that would say, you know what, it's unnecessary to do that. Now, to go take it a step further, for the ones that are out here and are listening, and again, Tony did put the link in there for anybody who wants to join into the show. You have like, now we're going to talk about basically those images, which is Future comes off as the cool, debonair type person who is got the smooth with him, and Russell comes off like Urkel, Future comes off like Stephon Urkel. Pretty much.
I guess. Wow, that's a strong contrast. But you're right. Now we can stop talking about them specifically, and we talk about what two stereotypes represent. Because a lot of women out there is attracted to Future, the Future type. The Future type is why he has so many babies. The Future type is I go around from flower to flower, I spread it around, and that don't mean that I handle my stuff. It means that when you with me, I'm the life of the party. But now you got it, when the party's over, you got to deal with all the drama that come with my type. But some women actively like that. Some women actively like street dudes. Some women actively like, I'm gonna be honest, some women actively like criminals. They don't want to do with a straight job. Some women don't want to do that's consistent. And I think a lot of that harkens back to what we deem important as society now. What is important now? Not being a queen and a lady is important. WAP is important. All WAP gets that. That all comes with WAP. Russell, the Future and all of that stuff comes with WAP. A dude that is looking to build his kingdom, or a dude that's looking to build his world, don't want drama. Drama is instability. And women, I don't know when it kicked in. I don't know what women don't see appealing about a dude that is consistent. Yes, I handle my business. Yes, I keep a steady job. Yes, I take care of things. I don't know how that makes you a punk.
Says Future comes off like a jackass. I wouldn't touch him with a 10-foot pole. I believe you wouldn't, but there are multiple
She said a
women
10-foot
that would.
pool because she would drown him in the pool.
Right, but here's the thing. Obviously, like I said, there are women that don't like Future, and that I understand it. It's just there are a vast majority of women that go to his shows because they like him, not necessarily because they like his songs, because all of his songs are misogynistic. Not all of them, but a vast majority of his songs are misogynistic as well, and they're still showing up at there. Hell, there was a song not too long ago called "Throw Babies," and everybody in there is singing the song and it's one of the most misogynistic songs I've ever heard in my life.
I'm saying, matter of fact,
well. So,
but what I don't get about that song, is what is so appealing about a song like that you women are singing it like a damn anthem. I don't like it. I've seen people that I know sing it. I've seen people close to me sing it. I think when you do that, some songs, some things that if you partake in it, it diminishes you.
Mm-hmm.
And I think singing about, basically, sometimes you gotta ask yourself, what exactly am I singing about? You're singing about a dude blasting down your throat.
No. Say it for real. You sing about a dude nutting in your mouth. Let's just talk real talk.
Whatever. Right. But why would you look? Even if you like that, and there's nothing wrong with liking that. I get it. But why would you celebrate it all out in front of your kid? Why would you do that?
But here's
it makes no sense to me.
I didn't want to get past because you had brought up something important when you talk about the women not liking the I don't listen to or know any of his music. Yeah, like I said, CC, you might be one of the few. But before you brought up something about them guys that work 9 to 5s. Right. Tony, if you got that 9 to 5 clip, could you please roll that for me? Because I want the people to see this as well. If you get the chance.
Looking at me crazy, like I don't know if this because I'm from Chicago, but like I can't fuck with no nigga that work a 9 to 5. I don't know why. I just need a fast money ass nigga. It don't necessarily have to be like drugs or like fraud, but like rapping or like dealing with media or like shit like that. Just like get
you
it.
Want a nigga with no? So hold on. What?
If I come to you and I need some shit, I don't need you to be like, well, my check come on Friday. Fuck that. I need you to get that shit right now. Like,
so I feel like it depends with the 9 to 5. Everything. Like if you 9 to 5 at Burger King or something, hell no. But if you 9 to 5 at
my favorite
JP Morgan or something, hell yeah, because I know that Friday check about to have multiple zeros.
Fuck that little bank shit. Shit, that's a fraud nigga. I might as well get a fraud nigga. Fuck.
I don't know.
You work in the bank too. Shit, technically. Like,
I don't
know. So if a nigga work at the bank?
No, I don't want you.
So let's say this nigga work at the bank making $500,000 a year. You don't want that nigga?
You can give me a bank.
Take your drink. Take your drink. Let that sizzle in your spirit.
Okay, first off, WAP.
All on that table.
No, I'm keeping it 100. The two females I saw sitting in there did not represent real women to me. I seen WAP. There's nothing about them that makes me say, sure, you can sleep over. You know what? I'm going to run to the store and leave you in my house alone. See you later. Nothing.
Yeah. No, that's my point. CC had said that this is a conversation for another day, which could probably be another show one day. But neither said that they will bring anything to the table with their fake asses. Tony's commenting too, so yeah. But
because it's WAP.
It is.
Yes.
The problem is you have a lot of people that look at this lady, look at Future.
She represented Chicago, but I swear that I shook my head when she said it.
Yeah. She look. it's all about image, and it's an image that girl puts out of the type of guy she wants. Like
when she said, "I want fraud. I want fraud. I want someone that will take money from old people." That's sexy to me.
Future. She wants what Future represents. Now
she wants what Future represents.
The issue is Russell. The idea, please, and I don't mean this.
We're not talking about those two specifically. It's the idea.
Russell would be the dude not working the 9 to 5, but is working at the bank, and she's saying, "No, dude, you're too lame for me.
Yes,
I need that danger of
with your six figures and your Audi, you're lame. You know why? You pay your bills. No one's shooting at you.
Why is it that you have the female that would look at Russell Wilson again, or the bank manager, the branch manager would look at him and say, "Man, you lame, bro. Why is it that you working for your money? There's no threats of a raid coming to my house. You ain't asking me to hide no drugs in my ass. Like, what's up with this, man? Show square ass on." That's
right. Why did I wear these crotchless panties if you wasn't going to put the gun in there?
Damn, I'm trying to hold it too, but I think that came also with the misconception of the ride or die chick. I think the ride or die misconception.
That's interesting. That's interesting. I think so too.
I think the misconception of that was there. It's a difference between having a good, loyal, logical woman by your side that can say, "Hey, no, this is stupid. Let's get out of here." That's your ride or die. Your ride or die ain't the person that's gonna say, "All right, you go in there and rob the nigga. I'm gonna keep the car out here running." Like, that's not a ride or die, but a dude. And then again, also though, with that, guys help push that image of what a ride or die female should be.
This is true. This is true because ride or die to those dudes that push that image it's always slanted. It's always negative. It ain't about, hey, let's build up this business. Let's do this stuff together. It's always, hey, when I shoot, you shoot. When it's going down, I need you to go. When I need you to hide me from the cops. Or what did you told me back in the day? The trap. What is it? The trap hole. The trap queen. The trap queen.
Yeah.
That's the chick that can hold my drug money, so when the police raid my house, they don't find anything because everything is at your house.
Yeah. The thing is, man, like I said, I don't understand she said, "To hell with that. We can play bank robber or Bonnie and Clyde at night after work."
In the pool.
In that 10-foot pool.
That 10-foot pool.
I think that the problem is we can't escape the negative as a positive. We can't escape the idea of a negative being.
Everything about black culture has to be negative. Everything about black culture has to be underground, hood, and dangerous. It can't be about building a life anymore. It can't be about being respectable. It can't be about showing that image of success to your children and other children to say, "Hey, this is how you do it, and this is how you do it with respect and dignity." Dignity is out of the window. That's out the window.
Because we're at a point where we got to look at what makes a person. We're so interested in being cool. A lot of us are. We don't even understand that we don't understand that the cool thing majority of the time is to be your own person, to not try to fit in with people. But here's the thing. Go ahead.
Yeah, here's the thing. A lot of these girls like the idea, the trap queen, but not know what to do when the shit hits the fan. This might be true, but it's not about the actual thing. It's about selling that image. We sell the image of the negativity. We sell the image of Doughboy, and we'd rather be Doughboy, but we don't want to be Ricky, or what was the other one name?
Which one?
Cuba Gooding Jr. I forget. Everybody want to be Doughboy, and nobody wants to. Again, nobody wants to. Hey, I'm gonna go to college. I'm gonna go ahead and get my degrees. I'm gonna go ahead and make this money, and I'm gonna go ahead and start my business and do my thing. It's always got to be some underground. Even if you got a business, the business ain't no fun if you ain't secretly smuggling something, or you ain't secretly doing something dirty, or if you ain't doing something underhanded, or if you ain't riding around with the gun. Let me be honest. We like to sell the idea of conceal and carry that we needed for protection, and I understand all of that. But 9 times out of 10, we like to run around with our gun on our hip because it makes you feel like you doing something dirty, and it makes you feel like you gangster. Wow. And that's why when stuff pop off, it always goes south, because now both of you fools are riding around with a gun. You're blowing at each other, and something that should have just been like, hey, man, go ahead, do your thing. Now you're shooting at each other because you've been carrying this thing around trying to keep this image in your head about being gangster. The whole running around with arms helps to further mitigate conflict resolution. Because now I got this. Well, I got it. I better use it, or I'm a punk. Because you don't want to hear your girl say, well, what was the point of having a gun if you didn't pop off at her?
You up it, you better pop it. But here's the issue, though, and then to me, I think that not only is it that we have a problem with that, we also have a problem with accepting the lame culture, quote unquote. We have a problem accepting.
Sure.
And the guys that who are really trying to impress women think that women like the Future, so they try to be Future. This is where a lot of dudes who are Russell in the beginning tend to slide, because the minute that they turn in the Future, oh snap, I'm getting all this attention from women. I'll be damned if I turn back to Russell again. I'm gonna stay Future. CC says, I've been the trap queen. Wow. And I'll take senior payroll coordinator any day. I hear you.
Well, I want to hear it. We're going to talk about that story. I want to hear that story.
Again, people like the idea, but once you kill someone, then the whole thing. Whoa, wait a minute. That first thing, you don't confess the crime.
She put him in that pool. She put him in that pool.
Who did you drown? But
yeah, no, but she's absolutely right. I mean, the whole thing about this. Let me explain something about being the lame guy. If Russell wished to do this now, and I'm being honest, this is something I would do because I'm a lame. Future popping, I hear Future radio interview popping off, right? Wouldn't even said nothing. All I would have did, I would have went and bought the rights to all of his music. I would have bought the rights to all of his music, and then funneled all of his music's residuals into a trust fund for his son.
That's a player move, though. That's a player move. Now, again, you could, but people want you to show up and say, put some respect on my name. That's what they want you to do.
Right.
They want you to show up at the gig and threaten them, because that's what people were waiting to see from Russell. And matter of fact, people expect Russell to not be a mark, quote unquote. Matter of fact, key point. Tony, roll that last clip for me if you can. This gonna get a little bit deep into that.
Well, it's interesting. People been talking about this, I guess, Slim Thug Houston, talking about Russell Wilson and Sierra. And basically, Slim Thug is saying Russell Wilson is a sucker ass nigga. I'm going to say this. He's right. See, motherfuckers want to sit up here and say, well, she's just leveling up. She's leveling up from Future. Because Future got all these baby mamas and da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Leveling up from what? Sierra's a hood bitch. What you motherfuckers don't understand is Slim Thug know what's up. He know what type of bitch Sierra is. He knows she a hood bitch. See, especially with black folks, y'all cracks me up. Y'all be like, oh, he just hating, cause he a hood nigga and woo, 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 woo. Hood niggas know hood bitches. Hood niggas know when a motherfucker is a mark and a bitch is just using him. Everybody talks about Sierra being also ritual pussy.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, he say boom. Look. Let's.
Have you ever heard him talk about women? Go ahead, bro. I'm sorry.
Look here. First off, let's get something straight. When Team Russell married Team Sierra, whatever, if you think that there wasn't preventative measures in that prenup to make sure things go right, you're tripping. Do you understand that man is one of the top, not one of the top 10 quarterbacks in the NFL. He's one of the top 5 quarterbacks in the NFL. His contract is enormous. Enormous. That means there's pillars and stuff in place to ensure he don't end up broke. Right. You're looking at an image because the man thinks first. I respect that. The man thinks first. Now, and just because she come from the hood, hell, I come from the hood. Don't you come from the hood, sir?
She right down the street. What you mean?
There you go. So are you telling me that everybody that come from the hood can't evolve into something more than just a hood rat or a hood nigga? That's what you're telling me?
The thing is, people expect evolution to include to not include area. If you can evolve, but you can't move away and evolve. If you move away and evolve, then you uppity, you sedity, you think you better than people. If you stay here and evolve, i.e. the hood, you stay true and you did this. But see, here's the problem with that, and I'm gonna let you get back to your joint. When you stay there and evolve, people break in your house. Now, I'm not
trying to bring you down.
I'm not trying to say nothing necessarily disrespectful about the hood. I believe the hood and the area helped mold me into the man I am. It made me a better person. So therefore, you can always learn from situations. You can learn from where you're from. The thing is, everybody should evolve. You should evolve. Cece said a statement like she said that here's what bothers her about Sierra is not allowed to elevate or evolve.
Right.
And she's saying that's a problem with it. And I agree. People take you moving forward as a diss. Yeah. As like it's
because anything positive is negative. Yes. Right. We live in an upside down world. Anything is positive is negative. Actually growing and becoming something better than you were when you started, you're wrong for that. That's good. You come from dirt, you should always be dirt. No, dirt, first off, everything comes from dirt. Without the dirt, you don't eat. Without the dirt, you don't live. Dirt is necessary, but you don't always stay there. A tree comes from dirt, but reaches the highest heights.
Yeah. And
you don't
like
just
to
because
go.
just because you come from humble beginnings, don't mean you have to stay there. Kim used to say, "It ain't where you're from; it's where you're at. It's where you're at up here. Where are you at in your mindset?"
But also with that, they say it ain't where you from, where you at. Couple things. One, ask Nipsey Hussle what it's like to stay in a certain area, and when you should have absolutely left the area. Ask Mo 3 about that same situation. There are people who still try to do things after they leave the area, but coming back gets you hurt. Coming back gets things done to your family. Look, I'm from the hood. I'm from the hood. I moved away from the hood. Why? I didn't want my kids growing up in the hood. I didn't want that for them. I recommend that anybody who has the means to get out of the hood. Now, don't get me wrong. There are areas that's considered the hood that aren't really the hood. There are areas that that gives you the illusion of something that it's really not. But if you have the means to get out of a situation and you can't, hey, Jacqueline, for coming in late. We charge you next time. You got detention. But if you have the means to get out of that area and you choose to stay, I feel like you are asking for certain things that you're going to get. I recommend that anybody, if you can get away from that situation, to do it. It will not, staying there will not make you a real nigga or a real bitch, as they quote. I'm putting the air quotes up on
why do I want to stay in a place where my child can catch a straight bullet in the house if I don't have to? Why am I wrong for saying that? Yeah, no, you know what? I want to lower the chances of my kids having to deal with gunplay, so I'm going to move. Maybe I wouldn't have to move if we all treated each other better. Maybe I wouldn't have to do that if we all had more respect for one another. You know what? If you just had respect for your surroundings, if everybody in the hood, and I'm not being disrespectful, if everybody in the hood this spring just said, you know what? I'm going to clean up my lawn and I'm going to plant grass in my lawn and flowers and all of that. If everybody just took care of their little spot, the hood would get better.
I think, and along with that, because you can make it pretty on the outside, but you still got to change your mentality.
But it still starts rolling downhill. That's all I'm trying. If you slowly change your mindset, if you change your environment, again, if you treat your area better, then you start to treat people better. Everybody starts treating each other better. But how many times? Matter of fact, with the hood, you live in a nice area. With the hood, how often do you get mad when you have people who come from the hood come into your area and treat your area like they treat the hood? In other words, they come to your house. Yeah, they eat McDonald's. They throw all the garbage outside on the curb and then take off. That's your home that they messing with. That's the values of your home, because they don't have any respect for themselves or their surroundings. They'll bring that to your area. And oh God, this is really difficult. But sometimes people don't want you in an area, not because of your race, but because of your mentality.
I can agree with that.
You've had some white people who will say, hey, I don't have a problem with those guys moving here if they can afford to live here. What they're saying is, if you can afford to live here, you're gonna act like we act. And I don't mean acting white. I mean you're gonna take care of your lawn. You're gonna upgrade your property, because when your property values go up, my property values go up. If you don't take care of your house, then you're in danger of dragging all our property values down. And that's what they mean. There's that class and race blends with each other very easily. Sometimes you think you're being picked on because of your race, and sometimes it's class-based.
Yeah, it is, and that's exactly what it is. The thing is, black people have, oh God, I hate saying it.
I know.
It's we have a mentality of being underclass. We don't think, because anytime we do anything that will be considered a level up, we consider it acting white, as you just said. It's considered, and it's not saying that you're going into a separate class. It's, oh, you trying to hang with them white people. You trying to do things with these white people. You talking white. You acting white. And it's anytime you become a better person, it's considered acting white. Russell Wilson will be considered acting white.
Yeah, because he's lame. Exactly.
Right.
Because he don't wear skinny jeans, or his pants ain't hanging off his ass. He ain't littered up with tattoos. Well, the man has decided to cultivate a particular image. That image brings him certain endorsements and extra money. He knows exactly what image he's projecting to people. He knows what he chooses to project to the world, and he's choosing that.
Right. And that's, I don't know why the future mentality is just, and I would love to, I really want to get a woman, maybe an old girl that was on the other show, the one that was, I want to ask her, what is it about the fraud nigga? What is it
he's
about
considered lame, just like I'm considered lame. You even told me one day, he's like, hey man, you're like water.
Yeah.
You're
because
water.
You don't want to come up, don't hate on. Yeah, I hear you, Jacqueline. But the like I said, or like I was saying, I want to know, what is it that makes these people lame? Like, what is it about Russell? Well, in her case, she take Russell because Russell can go and get the stuff like that. But what is it about a fraud nigga that attracts you? What is it about a dude who is telling you, hey man, hold this gun, go ahead? What is it about that attracts the woman to that? Matter of fact, Cece said, she used to be a trap lady. I'm curious as to what was it about that. Yeah, I figured. What is it about that made certain women attracted to that? Because I don't know a lot of women that are okay with the danger of them getting bodily harmed.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I don't know a lot of women that's okay with
child. Or your child.
I don't know a lot of women that's okay with the fact of, you live, if you go in that role or in that world, there's a good chance a man will put his hands on you because he don't value you over his money. Mm-hmm. So, and I don't mean the guy you with, I mean the guy who your guy owes money to. That will say, bro, take his chick. I don't know a lot of women that would be okay with that, living in that world. So that's why I'm curious as to, I signed that same kind of contract with my job. I think that's what
she's talking about, the wholesome image.
Oh yeah. But no, I really was. I'm just curious. It's just something that bothers me. I really want to get to a point of understanding the concept of that mentality. That's pretty much where I'm at.
Yeah. We're all old enough now to understand this ain't high school anymore. The cool dude in high school, in the long run, 9 times out of 10 loses. The nerds win. In the long run, the nerds win.
Jacqueline says pseudo fake manhood.
Sure. But the study, slow and steady wins the race. And there's nothing like having all your ducks in a row, to have everything tight.
Cece said we didn't owe money. Okay. I taught my dude how to cook his own, so he didn't ever owe. Right. Boss.
Okay, but I bet she's dangerous at Thanksgiving.
I guess you had him living in your queendom then. That's what it was. Jacqueline said that's not a real man.
Yeah.
Look, in this last couple of years, I've seen a lot of things change, and we've been really doing a lot to change the image. And I think that we're actually heading in the right direction. I think that it's gonna take for some people to just help us along with it, some strong black images to help us along with it, pushing the narrative of what cool should be. Sure, that's what I meant.
Sure,
yeah, that's what I meant.
Sure, but I love all the comments tonight, but I'm going to be honest. I was really looking to hear from some of the ladies who are on Team Cool, Team Future, because they're out there and they're out there heavy, and I just don't understand. I don't understand why you pick dudes that. I don't understand why you pick dudes that you can actually see the trouble coming. You pick dudes that already got children and you know he don't do nothing for those children. Why are you picking? You picking dudes with no cars, no jobs, don't have a home. They living with their mamas in the basement or all of that. But they don't do anything to produce for themselves. And y'all find that interesting and sexy because yes, he's partying every night. Y'all going out every Friday, Saturday night, partying it up, and that's where your money is going.
Yep.
That's where your money is going, and that's why you can't build.
CC says, I recognize my blessing not to be caught up and went the lame, quote unquote, lame route before I got messed up in the game.
That's right.
Look, everybody,
you were very young when you made that decision. We all have to make that decision. We all got to make that decision.
These women don't know their worth. That could be true too. A lot of times, women don't know what their worth is, and they'll settle for a lot of things as well. So it's all a game. It's all part of the situations. All a part of what we got to do now to help push the envelope and just change the narrative. It's okay to make lame cool. Quote unquote,
lame is cool. Lame is cool.
Here's the way: if you get a man like Russell, you eventually have to level up and get with him or get left.
True. Matter of fact, the first girl, the white girl, that's exactly what happened. She couldn't level up, and she didn't know how to play her part. Don't get mad at Sierra because she knows how to play her role. She saw a dude. She's like, oh yeah, no, that's a better life. That's a better game than the game I've been playing. And you know what? I think I'm gonna get with that.
Same thing what she did with
strong
Future.
and straight ever since.
Yep. And the same thing she did with Future. She was dating Future. She said, no, this ain't the life I want. And she leveled up. And like CC said, she evolved. But another great show in the bucket. We did it again, bro.
Yep. And please join us next week. Next week, we got a very, very special show crafted up for you guys. We're going to have world-renowned epidemiologist Dr. Deborah Furholden on the show, and we're going to talk about COVID. We're talking about vaccines. We're talking science. We're going to talk about how these viruses work, and she is going to give you guys a boatload of information. So please join us next week. This is going to be one of the biggest shows, and she's actually our first guest since we started Truf Bros TV.
Absolutely. So yeah, another definitely cannot wait for that. Hopefully, like I said, everybody will please tune in next week. We do have a poll inside of our Speak Your Truth page. It is searchable. All you got to do is go into the search link, type Speak Your Truth, TRUF, and you'll be able to join the group. Man, great show. Can't wait till we get in next week.
Next week's going to be a good one, and we hope to see you guys there. Till then, I'm going to let you know, if you're not watching the Truf Brothers,
then the truth ain't in you.
Live long and prosper, people.